Sean for Movie Assault here, and it is time for my monthly pickups video, and this time for May of 2022. And this time out, I really do not have a lot of stuff. I picked up things from Dollar Tree. I picked up things from Hamilton Book. Well, one thing from Hamilton Book, and the rest was from Amazon. So I'll get right into it. If you hear my dog whining, it's because she's trying to get to my cat, who is in the room. So I will apologize in advance for any dog whining that you hear. So I'll get to the Dollar Tree stuff first, and this is one of the more interesting things I've picked up. This is Assassin's Creed, but this is the Spanish version. You might not be able to tell from the front, and this is the 3D Blu-ray and regular Blu-ray. But on the back, you can see that it is in Spanish. I don't know if that'll focus, but it is the Spanish version. I did pop this into my Blu-ray player, and it's indistinguishable from the American version. But even on the back of the case, it is in Spanish. So, but for $1.25, I'm not going to pass this up. I've heard mixed reviews on this. A lot of people don't like it. I'm not a huge fan of the game, so I might not bring any baggage with me in terms of expectations. This next one is an anime title, and I am not a huge anime fan. I used to be a long time ago. I used to watch a lot of it with my girlfriend at the time, who was way more into it than I am. But this is anime with aviation stuff, and this is the Sky Crawlers, and it says, "Every day could be your last. Live life like there's no tomorrow." And this, of course, is from Mamoru Oshii. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, who was also the director of the original Ghost in the Shell. And I loved Ghost in the Shell, so I figured I would give this a try, since it deals with planes and aerial warfare, it looks like, and it's from Oshii. So figured I'd try that out. Then I couldn't pass this up. This is a Nicolas Cage triple feature. I always have to pick up something from Nicolas Cage at Dollar Tree when I make a run. And this includes Trespass, which I just noticed is misspelled on the back. Trespass, Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans, and Stolen. But on the back, Trespass is misspelled. But this also, it features Nicole Kidman, and in Trespass, Eva Mendes. In Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. And let's see, who else is in Stolen? Malin Ackerman and MC Gainey and Josh Lucas. So there you go. That's the Nicolas Cage triple feature. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo, all three movies on each respective disc. So I'm sure the quality is pretty crap, but whatever. And then last but not least, from the first Dollar Tree that I went to, I picked up Arrival, which I already have a steelbook version of this, but for $1.25, I really couldn't pass it up. And I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep this version or get rid of it. I'm not sure, but this is just a great movie, and I couldn't pass it up for $1.25. If you like science fiction, this is a surprisingly emotional movie and just stunning in terms of the acting by Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner and Forrest Whitaker. And I know people are going to destroy me because I can't remember the guy who directed this. And I can't read it because it's illegible on the back. But I believe it's the guy that just directed the new Dune film that just came out. And I believe his first name is Dennis, and I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. So, Arrival. Then from the Dollar Tree in North Carolina, I picked up this. This is a Martin Scorsese film, actually one of his first. This is Boxcar Bertha. And from what I understand, this is a sort of almost like an exploitation type film, but it does star Barbara Hershey and David Carradine, Bernie Casey, and John Carradine. So I figured I would try this out. Again, $1.25, it's hard to pass things up. This one I have been interested in a long time, and it's been on my my Netflix queue for a long time, but I figured maybe if I owned a copy of it, I would watch it a little faster. But it is Trumbo, starring Bryan Cranston, and Diane Lane and Helen Mirren is in it, along with Louis C.K., Elle Fanning, John Goodman, and Michael Stuhlbarg. And I always thought the story of Dalton Trumbo was pretty interesting, and seeing Bryan Cranston play him would be pretty interesting as well. So I figured I would watch this, or at least attempt to watch this. But you know, this is about Dalton Trumbo, the author, who was blacklisted for supposedly being a communist. And he ended up writing scripts anyway, which I think is pretty ballsy and cool. And then this is the one that when I posted these on Instagram, that most people said was the best of the bunch, and that is Headhunters. And I believe this is a Swedish film. Don't crucify me if I'm wrong about that, but this is from 2012, and I believe this is like an art heist movie. But it does feature the guy from Game of Thrones, whose name I probably will mangle, so I'm not going to even try, but well, I'll try. Nikolaj Coster-Waldau? Even close? Probably not. But oh, this is from Norway. Norway, not Sweden. Sorry. But Headhunters. All right, so that's the Dollar Tree stuff for the month. Now we'll get into the Amazon stuff. And the first thing that I picked up from Amazon, which was delayed for some reason, is the double feature from Kino Lorber, from the Dr. Phibes films with Vincent Price. This is The Abominable Dr. Phibes and Dr. Phibes Rises Again. I have never seen these, although I started watching them when I was probably in 7th grade. They were on like an afternoon horror show that was on, and I missed the beginning, and I wanted to see them from the beginning. Well, I saw the first one, but it wasn't from the beginning, so I never got around to watching it, and then I just kept putting it off. But Vincent Price is one of my favorites, so, and I know these, at least the first one, is pretty highly regarded. And I just noticed it's rated PG-13, which is really kind of bizarre, considering that rating didn't exist in 1971. But the first film is from 71, the second film from 72. The one from 72 is rated PG. But yeah, that's really interesting. PG-13. Sorry. My dogs are barking at the washing machine. Spin cycle is apparently very terrifying. All right, so next up is a new release. Picked this up, did see this in the theater. This is The Batman. Of course, this is the one with Robert Pattinson in the role of the Caped Crusader. And it's very interesting. It does not have the cast at all anywhere on the cover. Oh, there it is. I'm just blind. That's becoming more and more apparent every time I make a video. But yeah, Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano, Jeffrey Wright, John Turturro, Peter Sarsgaard, Andy Serkis, and Colin Farrell. And I've posted a review of this on my website, movieassault.com. Definitely check it out if you're interested to see my deep thoughts on this. But so far, this is my favorite film this year. Really, really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't. A lot of people don't like Robert Pattinson as the Batman. They don't like this take on him, but I kind of like the fact that he's still raw, he's young, he doesn't really have his work-life balance figured out yet. A lot of his gadgets look and feel homemade. It's just, I don't know, I liked it. I liked it a lot, and I thought this is really, really well done. If I have a complaint, it's too dark, but and not in tone in terms of lighting. You can barely see what's going on sometimes. This next one is a new release. I have not watched this one yet. This is Uncharted with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. And who else is in this? Sophia Ali, Tati Gabrielle, and Antonio Banderas. Interesting. I did not know that. This was directed by Ruben Fleischer. And this, of course, is based on the Uncharted game series for the PlayStation. And I believe this was a PlayStation production. So it's interesting that PlayStation has moved out into the realm of film. But yeah, I've heard mixed things on this. I've heard it's kind of ridiculous and probably isn't very close to the games. Watching the games, like playing them on easy mode, I heard somebody say is probably more fun than watching this film. But I was interested enough to buy it. And that's everything from Amazon. And then the last thing I have is from Hamilton Book. And I said I wasn't going to buy this, and then it became unavailable in a lot of places. And then Hamilton Book, lo and behold, showed up with it. So I picked it up, and that is the 4K edition of Robocop. Now, I watched a review, and I'm not 100% sure who did the review, and I don't want to say because I'm not 100% sure that I'm right. But I watched a review that said that if you have the Arrow Blu-ray already, there's no need to upgrade to the 4K because it was scanned from the 4K negative, or it was scanned in 4K restoration, and the HDR didn't really add much to it, and yada yada yada. And they said it was, not that great of an upgrade, not really worth it. So I said, all right, I'll pass, and I canceled my pre-order. And then everybody and their mother came out and said, oh, it's one of the best looking 4Ks ever, blah, blah, blah. And I went, oh, great. So I went to order it, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then Hamilton Book had it. They had it at a decent price. So I said, you know what the hell? I'm just going to grab it while I've got the opportunity. So I picked up Robocop on 4K. And I think this is the third month in a row that I have a Robocop purchase. But I really don't care. I love this movie. So I finally have the 4K. And this is the limited edition, which has the same stuff probably as the Blu-ray edition. And I already have the Blu-ray edition open, so but it comes with, of course, the disc and poster, and I'm assuming the poster is the same as this one. So you've got this on one side, which is the theatrical type poster, and then the cover art on the other side. And then this book with a lot of behind the scenes photos. And I'm 100% sure, well, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 90% sure that this is the same book that's in the 4K version. But I got the Blu-ray version of the limited edition Arrow from eBay, so I didn't pay that much for it. So I'm not really worried about having a duplicate. And then I know somewhere there is a sticker, or there should be a sticker that says protected by Robocop, but I don't know where it went. Unless I put it in the disc. Ah, yes. There we go. So there's a sticker that says, warning, this property is protected by Robocop. And then some lobby cards. Which are all pretty cool. That's the classic pose of Robocop. And then on the back of all of them, it has this. So, again, I'm assuming this is all the same stuff that's in the 4K, but I figured I'd show you. I don't know if the artwork is reversible. Yeah. But anyway, so that is the Blu-ray limited edition from Arrow, but I still have not opened the 4K edition, but I will when I watch it, but in a nice hard case. So I will now have two of those, but one's 4K. So yeah, that's it. That's everything I picked up in May of 2022. Thanks for watching, and as always, feel free to comment on any of the stuff that I picked up. Let me know your thoughts on it. And as always, thanks for watching to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And I do have a new video coming. I'm not sure if I'll upload it before this one or after this one, but a what I watched in May of 2022, which is going to be a little bit different than what I picked up in 2022. So, as always, thanks again for watching, and take it easy.